Well, hello and welcome to SOC Outdoors. I just got a line on some good pan fishing up here. We don't have a ton of ice. It's if ice. But there's a few guys out here in a good spot. I'm just gonna come try to get some panfish. I'm gonna cook dinner out here and hopefully bring some fish home and do lunch tomorrow. But I think we'll be okay on the ice. There's a group of guys out here nice and shallow. It's kind of a little cove. It's a spot I know and I've been at many times, so we should do just fine. And probably stay out here till dark. If the bite shuts off, we'll cook some dinner or head in. All right, we're walking out. Got George with me again.
How's everyone doing today? Welcome.
Yeah, ice is safe. We checked our way, just getting up to the spot where everybody's at. We're gonna drop some jigs down and get on some fish. Well, kind of hole hopping, looking around for whatever we can find. Before we commit to setting up, try to find something in a hole. We're using up some holes that were already here. And we'll set up when we find a little pod. Don't have much yet, but I think we're gonna move in and set up. Turn the heat on maybe, and then we'll, commit to a night bite, because we got about an hour left before dark. I think that might be the move. Okay, so the camera was off. We were just getting set up in the shanty and George dropped down, and so they were not lying when they said there was a good panfish bite in here. We got our first one of the night. We're not even fully set up. I didn't have the cameras ready, nothing. So we're good to go. This is what I'm waiting on. I'm glad it turned out. Season was over. I had the shanty packed up ready for storage, and we ended up with this, so I'm pretty happy about that. All right, we just got another one. By we, I mean George just got another one. I'm still not even in the hole yet. We got two fish in. Two nice keepers in. Just using these tiny little jig heads with a waxy on them. Kind of just doing some sight fishing, to be honest.
Rock bass?
Rock bass. Leave it to me to catch a bass when we're out here for panfish. It's technically kind of a panfish. Little mini rock bass. He goes home. Got my floor wet, no.
It's terrible. This is terrible.
I'm just getting ready to cook. I have the heater grate turned around. Just gonna set a little surprise package for George. I didn't tell him what we're cooking. So we'll keep on fishing and we'll be eating shortly. We've got 3 fish that we've kept. We're switching up lures because it is now dark. I don't know if you can see. Oh, that's right, you can't, because it's dark now. So we're gonna settle in for the evening bite, and from there we're gonna have a little bit of din. You can hear it. It is already starting to sizzle. Might move it away a little bit. But there's your reverse. You take the grate off the Mr. Heater. You can warm up anything you've pre-cooked. You can warm up tortillas, all kinds of stuff. We're gonna have a nice meal in a little bit here. Oh, is that a bite?
No, that was me.
Oh, okay. Hopefully, we'll get on some fish while we're letting our dinner cook.
Look at.
What the hell? It's a bait fish?
Did you see the size of that thing?
Ice, right under the ice.
Did you see the size of that thing?
I just turned the camera on and you get a fish like that come swimming by taking all your shit? Is that a Rocky?
I think that was like a dogfish.
Yeah.
That damn thing was about that big around and about like that.
Could have been a northern cruising too.
No, it wasn't a northern.
Oh, you could see it?
Yeah, it was like right under the ice.
I saw its back. I thought it was either a school of bait fish or... Is that a Rocky?
It is. That's fillet and size.
Not against bass.
No.
I'm not against bass at all.
Oh, he took my minnow.
That son of a... It's gonna be harder to hit the hole now. You missed it.
It's not the first time somebody's told me that. That seems to be the saying when we're fishing together.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Kind of... I think it was a dogfish. It had that nice rounded tail,
like
kind of
adipose fin.
Yeah, yeah.
Like behind the dorsal, but yeah, the adipose fin.
Creepy looking son of a gun. Anyway, good grief.
Like the first or second, one of the first times I took Mackenzie fishing, she hooked onto one of those on the boat, and she had like a really light setup. She was very young. And she hooked into one of those, and she's been hooked on fishing. Well, she was hooked on fishing from that moment on.
Yeah.
It was a fight for her. She was little.
Yeah. Oh, oh.
Decent one. A good fillet. So I am using just this tiny little pink on one side, glow eyeball on the other with a treble hook. I've used it before. Don't know if you can see that. And then I'm putting a minnow hooked through the mouth. And then I use just the head. I pinch the body off and use just the head.
Well, when you look down there and there's some ungodly thing looking back at you going through your hole.
Are you guys cooking up there? Okay, gotta warm up another piece of dinner.
One.
It's not cold. What happened today was I was at work and I was thinking about how mad I was that I wasn't able to get out, get fishing, because all the ice has been mediocre at best this year. Then I got word that there was a big panfish bite and people were out here. There's no ice 100 yards from us. It's open water. We're just in a little flat, and I saw some pictures of piles of panfish and some nice sized perch, and I said, well, screw it, let's go. Called George. He was at the house. The shanty was put away for the year. I was getting ready to do shed hunting and start scouting turkeys. I thought we were done fishing until the ice disappeared. and we got out here late. I threw together some food because I said I was gonna cook on this channel, and every time we go I don't. But we do have dinner on in full swing. George still doesn't know what it is, but I'm sure he's made a guess by now.
I'm going with food.
Food! Oh my God, he's psychic. It's gonna be a nice little pleasant surprise.
I guessed venison once, and he didn't give me the okay that I had it right. So it's probably not venison. I'm not opposed to having crab out here in the shanty that we're not using for bait.
George is thinking gourmet. And now we're into the night bite. I don't even know what time it is, but the sun's been down for probably closer to an hour now. We've only had a couple fish since. And I'm aggressively jigging in 2 foot of water. From the ground to the hole. From the ground to the hole. It's not working.
Sure it is.
Well, it's drawing their attention because George just pulled one. The sunfish.
Yeah,
a little
going,
tiny bluegill.
Yeah, he's going back.
Little tiny guy.
Real small one.
Yeah, they're so dark. Really good coloration on him, though. Now let's send him home and catch his big brothers.
You know, these people aren't going to believe you if you keep telling them stories that we're not catching anything, and I pull one up right as soon as you say that.
Okay. You didn't have to point it out. Well, the jig is up. I mean, not the fishing jig. So, George, ready to eat?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious on what's on the menu.
Okay. Well, you can start guessing as I'm going. Always make sure to take out what you brought in. So I brought all of this stuff out in tin foil in a bag, and I'm taking all the tin foil out.
So I said everything but hot dogs.
Well,
Or Polish sausage, or...
the nice thing about this is it's such an easy thing to do. Well, I'm getting ready to go out ice fishing, and it's kind of a last minute trip. So I decided to pre-plan what I'm gonna eat out there, and anyone can do this, it's super easy. I have leftover bratwurst from a barbecue yesterday, so I'm putting them cooked in tin foil. I put some onion on it. I'm gonna throw just a touch of either oil or butter. I think I'm gonna put a sliver of butter in there, just a little bit, just to keep it from sticking to the foil. I put it shiny side in, which will help with that. And it'll, if it was shiny side out, the heat from the heater that I'm gonna warm it up on would reflect the heat away. So this way it'll try to keep the heat in. I got 2 brats wrapped. I think I'm gonna do 2 hot dogs in another one, and we can throw it on there. And then all I need to do is either go without condiments or pack the condiments that I think I'll need, and we can cook it while we're out there. But it's such an easy thing to do. Hot, 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 hot. That we can have this all pre-cooked.
So I did get Polish sausage.
It's a brat.
Okay.
I don't know.
And onions.
Yep, I threw onions and just a splash of butter so it wouldn't dry out. I put like a little sliver of butter. Now, what we'll do, hold on, I got a spoon here. Here, yeah.
Scoop them up and put some on both.
Yep, let's get this one. This one here. And the nice thing about coming out with a guy with culinary experience is I thought everything through. The other two are hot dogs. They were grilled up yesterday. And I decided why not to bring them out. But this nice Stanley comes with two pretty cool features. Hey, a fish. I'm too busy eating to be. So this is a bacon and ranch pasta salad.
Another small bluegill that gets to go back.
Yeah, another one that lives to fight another day. I brought you some silverware, George, and I'm gonna need you to get that knife out of there, I think. Because this little Stanley food unit, well, not for that purpose.
Okay.
I brought mustard.
Oh.
This thing has a little lid you could put your seasonings or whatever in. And I decided to use it today for mustard. So we could put mustard on our brats.
Absolutely.
And then I also have 2 hot dogs to add to the. You like them burn or not burn? I brought one of each.
Sure.
Okay, I'll take the burnt one. Because I like them burnt. And then you got yourself a nice meal that took 3 minutes to prep. It took longer for me to figure out how to cut the. It took me longer to figure out how to deal with the tin foil than it did to get the prep out. And then, you know, I just set it on the heater and just let the heater do its thing. So we got this nice meal out here. We have everything thawed out.
Choose your weapon.
I have the spoon that came with the thing I was gonna use, and we'll just save those. Or, you know, whatever. But yeah.
I will commandeer the fork.
Yeah. So, here's our ice fishing meal. You know, you don't have to rough it. Pretty darn good meal for out on the ice.
Pretty good meal for anywhere.
Good point. How about the brat? People that go out with me hunting or fishing or being in the outdoors, you know, people assume you have to rough it when you're doing things like this, but I mean, we didn't even break a sweat coming out here. It was quick, it was easy. There were guys out here not in a shanty, just sitting on a bucket with a rod. You know, it doesn't take much to do this, and that one guy sitting on his bucket caught more fish than we have, for sure.
He was knocking the hell out of them.
Yeah, he had a great pile of fish in front of him. He had a bucket and a pole, and I'm guessing some wax worms. But, you know, I don't know. Yeah, you can, if as long as you prepare, make a plan, you can eat like a king out here. You know, I was just tossing up the idea of just going out, starting a fire, making shrimp scampi. You know, you just pre-do your noodles and out you go. I was telling somebody at work, sometimes I eat better in the woods than I do at home.
Yeah, because you put more thought into it. It's just not throwing everything together that's right at arm's length.
Yeah, sometimes at home I just grab a ready-made meal, chicken nuggets, something like that. And when I come out here, I have nothing but time.
This is very good, thank you.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Okay, where's that flashing light? Is that over on your side?
Sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right here.
The big flashing light?
Is it the GoPro flashing in the window?
No. What is on shore, the big beacon where the park is.
Straight in front of us.
Because I thought earlier I could see it out this window and just...
Gentlemen, which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack. But on a serious note, when you come out and you're staying after dark, make sure you have a compass and know which direction to go home. Because especially out here, it's been known to happen to very experienced people that they get turned around. If sometimes fog sets in out on the water, you know, a lot of things can happen and you can get turned around really easily. Because a person's natural gait, even if you set off in one direction, naturally you're going to turn one way or another. So you don't always walk in a true direction. And so if you're not constantly watching your compass, and you know, we can look at this beacon here because we're only 100 yards offshore, but if we were very far and it got foggy, we might lose sight of that beacon.
And if you fish after dark, whether it's in a boat or an enclosed shanty of some sort, peek outside and make sure your surroundings are what they were when you sat down.
100%. Always has to be safety first. But so I was trying to avoid the channel, so I didn't go in because I knew there was going to be thinner ice there. So I went around at the edge of the cattails, and then I went up to my armpits. Me and a buddy. I went in another time.
That'll take your breath away in a minute.
Yeah, I went in another time right around here. It was just north of here. Went in off somebody's backyard, and we went in. It was good ice. I mean, we had over a foot of ice. But
Is there a reason why you didn't discuss this with me before we came out here? Because it's information I would surely like to have had before we came out.
I didn't think of it. Yeah, this isn't a good spot for me and staying dry.
I'm not real comfortable with you explaining that to me right now, mister.
Well, I could take a nap now.
Very good, my friend. Thank you. Very good.
Not a problem at all. My eyes are either twitching or I'm getting little nibbles.
No, we got something going on over here.
Well, he was nibbling on mine. This isn't fair. This isn't how the game goes.
I'll throw it back, okay?
Is he going back? Yeah.
You want to put it in your hole?
No. Had a good meal. Now we're getting ready to pack up. It's been a surprise day out on the ice. I don't think I have any complaints about it. We are gonna pack up and head out of here. Wish we'd have got on more fish, but for what it was, I had a very awesome time out here. And I don't have any complaints about it at all. Thanks for watching SOC Outdoors. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're gonna have many more days like this and better days, and I'm sure worse days. So just remember to be kind to yourself, and if you can, be kind to someone else.